welcome back to somebody on the Football Zone and to a weekend previewing the Premier League games this weekend, but starting off with a quick review of the international break for England. Promotion from the Nations League, Group B, into the top tier. Two great results. Greece's performance was outstanding, did exactly what they needed to do to get their kind of tournament back on track. And in Ireland, after that red card, a second half demolition job. Great way for Kazi to hand over the reins. Great to see him introducing new stars. And the Thomas Tuchel era awaits in the new year. But moving on into the Premier League preview, Leicester against Chelsea coming up this weekend. And Leicester, of course, had a disappointing run of results heading into the international break, I'd say, since they got that dramatic win at Southampton. Chelsea, though, looking pretty solid, showing that they can go toe-to-toe now with big 16s like Manchester United and Arsenal, and sitting third in the league, so they're going to be pretty pleased with life. And you just feel like at the moment they'll probably just have a bit too much for Leicester in a game like this, so I'm going to say it will be 2-1 to the Chelsea. Moving on then to Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. This is another interesting game. Arsenal coming into this one, with their title challenge kind of in a bit of trouble. Just 1 point from the last two games and a loss in between that in the Champions League against Inter now. 9 points adrift of Liverpool. So, if they really want to compete for the title, then they're going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting at some point soon. Newcastle beating Nottingham Forest last night, kind of ruined their good run. Still a very good side, having a great season. But I just feel like Arsenal have a bit too much for them. Moving on then to Villa against Crystal Palace at Villa Park. And this is a game which Villa, who have lost the last four now, not on a great run at all really. Maybe just a mix of Champions League and Premier League football has kind of taken it out of them. This could be the game after the international break. A bit of a break with us, and they need to get back on track. Palace just showing signs of life before the break, although they did have that disappointing result at home to Fulham. And then I just think that they'll have too much from here. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on then to Bournemouth against Brighton at the Vitality. And this is an interesting game. A game that I'm really looking forward to. Two teams who we've seen in recent weeks, both defeating Man City, for example, can really go toe-to-toe with anyone in this league and really give them a competitive game. So, I'm very intrigued to see how these teams look toe-to-toe with each other in a way. So I can see it being a pretty close game, this one. I'm going to say it will end up as a 1-1 draw. Moving on into Everton against Brentford at Goodison Park. And Everton coming into this one on a bit of a mixed run of form, I think it's fair to say. A lot of draws. Maybe need to start turning some of those draws into the wins. They've got a bit of a buffer over the relegation, so they just need to keep building that up, really, don't they? Brentford mid-table, another team that I'm intrigued by this year, to be honest. I can see this one kind of going either way. It's a bit of a toss-up. I'm going to say it will be a 1-1 draw. Moving on into Fulham against Wolves at Craven Cottage. And this is definitely another interesting game. Fulham, of course, getting that win last time out against Crystal Palace and that win against Brentford. Harry Wilson, the super sub, he seems to be making a difference at the moment, coming off the bench. But Wolves, of course, got that massive first win of the season for them last time out. Which, hopefully will give them that confidence they need. They can kind of kick on now. But I think this is a pretty tough game for them now. And I think Fulham will fancy their chances at home. Moving on into Man City against Tottenham. Probably game of the weekend. And a game that I'm really intrigued by, because both of these teams suffering some pretty disappointing results just before the international break. Man City lost their last four unbelievably, and Tottenham defeated 2-1 at home by Ipswich. Not a great result at all. So both teams will be looking to get back on track, but Man City boosted by the huge news of Guardiola's contract extension. I can see Man City kind of getting back on track here. It's only going to be a matter of time, isn't it? I'm going to say 2-0 to City. Moving on into Southampton against Liverpool. And if you probably had to pick one banker of the weekend, you'd say it'd be this one. Liverpool so far have looked so good under Arne Slot, sitting at the top of the table with quite a comfortable lead actually. But Southampton really struggling down at the bottom. Maybe thought that win against Everton could kind of be the catalyst for them to get some results. But no, being beaten quite convincingly at bottom of the table was kind of put those theories in the bin. So I'm going to say a comfortable win for Liverpool here. Moving on into Ipswich against Manchester United. Obviously, lots of eyes will be on this one because it is going to be the first game under Ruben Anorim for Manchester United. A bit of pressure coming into it based on how well Rude's done, but yeah, we saw what he can do with Sporting against Man City a few weeks back, and yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to seeing how they look straight out of the gate here against an Ipswich side who are struggling so far, but that win against Tottenham was incredible, and maybe looking to go back to back. But yeah, I think Manchester United will just have a bit too much to them. Moving on into the final game, Monday Night Football, Newcastle against West Ham, and yeah, this is a game which I think Newcastle, 3 wins in a row, taking on a West Ham side that, yeah, just, I think it's fair to say, so far just haven't really got to grips with the Julian Lopetegui style of play, really. So I think, yeah, Newcastle will definitely be going into this one feeling pretty confident they can secure a victory. I'm going to say it will be 2-1 to the Black and White. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.